All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Fast star running a little late. So we're going to skip the formalities today and we're going to jump straight in to the importance. The important stuff. So we're going to talk about the watch list here. I'm watching AIMD, SGD, PBM, and Ocea for potential continuation. There's my alarm for screen recording, so let me take a quick second and go ahead and do that. I'll post the watch list to YouTube in a sec. Let me just make sure my screen recording is good. All right, looking good. Alert section. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, yes. All right, all right. Looking good, as we should, right? Okay, so let's start off with AIMD here quickly. AIMD, how are we doing? So it's the stock we've traded before. We got it marked up. Pre-market high up here around 369. I do have a daily trend line at 75. So if this gets back up there, we're going to want to see a smooth move, hopefully through the level. 375 is the high point, I believe, going back August last year. Or is that July? August, July, around that time we had 375. Since then, we've recently had a big move up January 5th with a high point of 429. So there's definitely some overhead resistance here if this one gets going. But you know, we'll see how it does. Yeah, I have a lot of levels. So other than 429, I have 475. Let's see if I zoom out some more. This one is a stock that's, pushed up a lot in the past and then sold off. Yeah, so I have 475, and then I believe 610 might have been the pre-market high, if I'm not mistaken, of June 3rd of last year. I could be wrong though. But yeah, at least room up to $5. Let's say if we get over 475, room to 5 and perhaps $6 for AIMD. So we'll see how this one does. I really would love to see a break of the pre-market high and a continued push. It's currently up 164% with 17 million shares of volume. PBM, on the other hand, this one I don't think we've traded before. It's currently up 100%, 24 million shares of volume. High point 321. Since then, we have pulled back a little bit, and we've dropped down to lows of 240. So how well can this one hold up 240? We've bounced up a little bit since then, but we've been consolidating around this, 270 level. So if we can get a good push on this one over 70, perhaps we can see something, right? Maybe 75, and then if we can get over like 87, we can probably see that retest of $3 for PBM. I'm looking at the daily chart. 393 seems to be an important daily level, so I'm going to map that out. 393 is that all-time highs, PBM. Guys, being late is never good. Yeah, it looks like that's all-time highs. But sometimes duty calls. You can't help it, right? Every single day, for whatever reason, when I stand here at 9:15, the bathroom break, it has to happen, right? So you got to do the deed so that you can focus throughout the trading session. And I'm saying that because, as you guys know, I'm the most confident man in the world, and I'm also the most transparent trader. So, I don't mind. The pastor will say everything. 158. Whatever it takes to be a better trader, right? Okay, so SGD. SGD up 133%, 6 million shares of volume. We got all these stocks up over 100%. That's telling me we're probably going to get a hot day here. Probably. Going back to January 5th, we had a high point of 232, which I think could be a potential target. 232 could be a potential target. And then the 200 EMA is at 293 if it really gets going on the daily chart. Yeah, other than that, you know, if it's really strong, maybe room up to 5, and then 614, and then maybe $8. We've traded this SGD a couple times before. Another familiar stock, right? I had to zoom out and go like this to really get those other levels that we had a while back. But yeah, so those are the top 3 stocks that I'm watching. I have Ocea on the back burners because it's holding up on the daily level. Perhaps it does do something over time. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. And then MIRA, you know, this one is kind of cheaper. We'll see if it does something later. But yeah, we'll see. Not really watching this one as much. AIMD, I'll watch into the open along with SGD and PBM. Maybe SGD actually. Let's have SGD. I'm not sure which one is going to go first, but you know, we'll see. We didn't have time to go over the disclaimer, so we'll do that a few minutes after the open, once things calm down a little bit. But yeah, let's trade to the best of our abilities here. Another beautiful day. Is it going up? Oh my level 2 is gonna screw me over. Thought it was dropping, so I sold. Uh-oh. This might not be good. Level 2, what's going on, man? This is such a disgrace. My bid and ask is inverted. Anyhow, so we'll wait. We gotta wait a couple seconds. At least we're flat after that, because that could have been pretty bad. Jeez, I mean, goodness. I don't know why the DAS Trader level 2 struggles in the first minute of the open. Once we held 40 there, though, I thought this thing was going to give a good retrograde. I mean, it got to 50, but, you know, not anything special. Let me do a quick rotation here to MIRA and then OCEA. How are we doing on those two? Nothing. So it's a slow start to the day here. We're seeing PBM and AIMD both selling off. So we might have to look out for the red to green. Also, I'm going to keep an eye on the scans. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. Make sure nothing else is sneaking up. If it's going to be a slow start to the day, I want to start off small, keep my size small, and just try to wait out this rough start. Weather the storm, and then, you know, once the good momentum come around, I look to get aggressive then. So PBM moving back up 50. I'm going to take an order just because. Why not? Okay. And that's going to pay off nicely. This won't be like the last time when it snuck up and got me. Today I'll be ready. You know, when the momentum blitz you, it's as if you're like getting jumped or something, you know? I might need a sec. I'll try 65. Fair fill, fair trade. PBM is the one I'm watching at. PBM. It won't be like the last time. PBM. Yesterday when stocks snuck up on me and then I didn't get a chance to get in. Nah, today is going to be a different story. Today we want smoke. Big Steve, are you watching this one? It's having some trouble though. I need to see it over 90. We've been seeing about low 60s. VWAP's at 64. I'm going to pull it up as soon as I can on the YouTube stream. For now, damn, 71. For now, I'll try and buy the bids if I can down here. If not, maybe we bounce. Are we going to see a quick bounce? We will. So we're going to hold up low 70s, high 60s that time. Come on. Pull away, pull away. I got mad filled 07. The halt's at 20. 8. It's messy. It's tricky. What's the low? 87. Okay, we gotta retest the mid 80s. I think I can pull it up. Well, okay, no, not yet. Still moving. It's fluctuating. I'm gonna size down here. All right, I'll pull it up. PBM. Let's catch our bearings. Take a step to breathe. Take a second to breathe. The high of the current candle is 14. The low is at 87. I like it. Higher low. Higher low. I'll try high here. And it's gonna go. All right, not bad. Can we get a retest? Not quite. We had 12 right there. But back to 20, which is good. So we're seeming like we're holding up this level. So I'm going to take an entry. It's going to pay off. Not bad. There's a bid here. It might get halted up 42. There's 42. Not bad at all. PBM. You know, there's nothing like when you can expect, when you have expectations, it's so different because, you know, yesterday I came in, it's like, or even the day before, I think you're coming in expecting maybe like a 10-cent move and then the stock drops back down. But we've been seeing this aggression on some of these stocks recently. And this is going to get halted up here. So I'm going to bring out my big boy size. Time to do it. I'm going to take on a lot of risk here. So if I lose, I'll probably go back close to flat. But if I win and the resumption is good, I can get myself up to 3,000 or 4,000 pretty quickly. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it like Tom Brady on 4th down in the end zone. No fear, no hesitation. Relentless trader is ready. PBM, ladies and gentlemen, PBM. Tux, what's going on? What's up? What's up? I don't really look at the YouTube stream too much as I'm trading, but Ocea. And then, yeah, Ocea. How are we doing? The volume. High 10. I'm going to use small size here because there's a spread. If this gets halted up, this could be good too, but the volume is super light. Oh man, of course I'm going to sell 1 second early. A few small bids. Are we going to keep going? 18, 19, 22. Come on, where are those bulls? Ocea. Ocea, what is it going to be? 30. Can we see 35? Ocea. Okay, maybe we're going to see the depths. We're at 26 bucks on it. Level 2 config. Let me get 2 decimals. Probably shouldn't be looking away, but the resumption time will be at 41:52. Is SGD also halted up? Oh wow. What time was this one halted? 38. Alright, let me fix this. SGD. SGD. I think I did see it moving up, but trying to watch Ocea right there. PBM. How do I want to do this? PBM. Small size. And then big size. Okay. We're halted at what? 36. Oh, we're halted at what? 342. 41:52 for resumption. So we got over a minute. And then SGD will be at 43:36. What will it be? Can I see some? If I see great trades, it's going to be a great day. If not, well, we're always accepting the risk, so no big deal. We got less than a minute. AIMD seems to be moving up a little bit, perhaps. Let me take a quick look at how that's looking. Well, maybe not. Just a small move up, nothing crazy. I don't have water. Let's see. It's showing basically flat resumption, but we'll see. We got a couple seconds. PBM. Here we go. Fucking hell. That's cool. We understood the risk. That dip was good though, 23. Alright, time to size down. 70. It's not bad, it's holding up. But are we gonna keep going though? The high is at 69. Brother. That was a close trade too. The low is at 26. We're holding up low 40s. It has range. More than anything else, it has range. And it's fluctuating rather quickly. If we come down some more, I like it. No. Bro, no, this is not the day for this. Fuck's sakes. The order entry confirmation is gonna get me. Well, from hero to zero. Let me grab this water real quick. We know the risks, brother. The other one had the resumption. The halt up is at 56. Tight stop. 45. 50, not bad. The dip on that stock did not hold. So regardless of the confirmation, we're gonna lose anyways. I think I put out a limit order and I took a market order. I did something there by accident. Fumbling the hotkeys. SGD. SGD. Halting up 57. With great risk comes great reward. With great reward comes great risk. PBM to the depths. SGD, the next one up. We'll see how it does. The good news is with 6,500 shares, I got filled like butter. I thought that was pretty good. AIMD, not seeing much there. Ocea, how are we doing? No good. And then MIRA, not looking good. AIMD seems pretty choppy, man. Maybe one for smaller size. By the way, on SGD, I had a nice break of 50 entry for like 5 cents gain. But there was a spread of 50 by 57, so I got filled on the bids. Didn't make anything on that one. AIMD, I'm a little skeptical of. It's moving up, but it needs to hold up above 80 for me to get interested here. What time is it? We have a couple seconds for the candle to close. 75, 75. I'll try it here, but it's a little early. If it's strong, I can add aggressively here, but only if it's strong. Perhaps this might be too high. What time is that resumption? 45, 49, 49, 53. If AIMD gets over 85, I'm going to add aggressively. What's it going to be? Do not take me to the depths. Do not take me to the depths. Yes, sir. Okay, maybe I'm too aggressive here. I think I'm being maybe a little too aggressive. Oh, it's failing. That's disgraceful. PBM. PBM, red to green. Yeah, that one is going to fail, and I got too aggressive for break of 3. I took 5,000 shares, 96. Sold out at 90. Didn't make anything. So I think maybe I'm being a little too aggressive. I wanted to be more aggressive today, but the market might not be allowing for it. So time to size right back down, brother. The resumption 49.53. PBM seems like a false breakout. We need to get back over 20. AIMD just AIMD struggling. Maybe we were green like 300 bucks on it. I don't even know. Maybe more. Okay, PBM pretty good. This is good for PBM right here. What was the high? 40. Is it failing again? Oh my gosh, it is. Jeez. 12. Oh, okay, it's still holding. The resumption is coming up in less than 20 seconds. Okay, PBM is still holding. Looks like I got chopped out. The lowest 07 there, or maybe 12. Watching at SGD, we are at 153. Here we go. Nice. Can we get a dip though? Nope. Oh, these smokes. Oh, God, a good thing I got out in time. That was good. That was a good trade, but it didn't work. The halt. The only problem with these stocks like this is the halt down, man. It's always there. It might halt up at 81. It's like a trap here, but risky business. I don't really like that I'm not watching at one stock in particular. So many moving. 83. Didn't get an entry there. My level 2 did freeze, so I didn't get to see the push. Let's say the entry for the push. False halt again. I think PBM might be the one, and it's still holding up. I want to see a retest of the lows here. How well are we going to hold up? The high is at 86. We should see it. There it is. I don't think I made money there, but okay, whatever. Maybe got a poor fill. It's not halting up though, so it's just this. It's a bit of a problem. It needs to get locked in 88 now. If not, we probably get the flush out and right back into a halt down. Man, you gotta really be mentally strong here. One scratch trade, one scratch trade. You know, I'm kind of feeling the backlash of that aggressive move just a little bit. But it's the type of thing you can't complain about because it could have so easily went the other way and we'd have been off like 5 grand, you know? I think it was the right call because ultimately we're in a hot market. We just had some chop. But the other side of it is like, you know, you go back to flat and it's like you kind of feel like, okay, maybe I should have just kept them to mild size to where I could only lose like 600 off the top, you know? But those are the tough decisions that you'll have to make as you're trading, and then you'll also have to live by the outcome, right? Whether it works or not, You got to stay locked in and keep paying attention. So SGD, luckily here, is locked in. So we'll keep paying attention. PBM, I'm interested in still, but I want to see us holding over 30. OCEA, not much on this one yet. Maybe till tomorrow. MIRA in the slums. AIMD in the gallows. What about APM? I think this was from a few days ago. It did have a halt earlier, which I wasn't watching this one at all. This is a really good move. This is a pretty good move here. So this is the one that's going to curl up. I mean, I'm pretty late. What's the volume like? 44. And we got up to 140, 150. 200,000 shares high. Yeah, I mean, but you know, this seems like short sellers covering into maybe a bit of buying as well, but we're not close to the daily candle making the new high versus the bigger day that we had. That high of day was like at 17. So the question is for me on a stock like this is how far can we go? 58. $58.16 for SGD. PBM still fighting. Man. This is the beautiful thing that I like about trading though, is that when you are consistent, right? I mean, even if you're not consistent, you really and truly can control the amount of money that you can lose. And assuming you're risking to the extremes, like I assume the stock can just drop $2 a share at any time and I just take a loss. So with that already being like the qualifier, it's like if I'm up 1,500 and I don't want to lose more than $500 off the top, I can risk an appropriate amount to where if I take a loss to the extremes, you know, I don't have to lose that much. And the odds are we're not going to take a loss to the extreme. So even if I put a little bit of size, more than likely I can keep the risk tight. So PBM is still fighting. I'm keeping an eye on it here. Interesting area, but it's definitely struggling. Once it starts to hold above 20 and 30, I think it might be good, but you know, we're here now. What's it gonna be? There's 27, there's 30. Bigger dip? Maybe not. 50. Uh-oh. What was that? This should be good. Can we hold this dip? Man, this is a good stock. Alright, time to get green. If it gives some more opportunities, time to get green here. Gotta get back to business. Highs at 69. There's 50. Bit of a rejection of the highs there, of 50 at least. There's a bid. Can we get a bounce here? That resumption. I don't want to miss it, but might. We kind of held that bid. We're still kind of high. Oh, I'm gonna miss that resumption. Do not fail. Can we hold? Keep going. Son of a gun. That low is 47 or so. It's fluctuating so fast that, you know, it's like kind of missing some of the trades here. $3 for the halt up. Highs at 83. Come on, Pastor. Come on, Pastor. 72. It's getting late, so I'm kind of getting that feeling of like should have already been big green, and I'm not, you know. It's not even on the screen. PBM, I'll pull it on the screen here in a sec. Come on, give me something good. Talk to me nicely here. Dip, 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 dippity dip. Goodness, man, it's a little tricky to get in on those lower entries. It's fluctuating extremely fast. Perhaps not. Waiting. Are we gonna get a dip first? It's struggling. I'm gonna use off. It's struggling a little bit. Waiting. We need more volume here. It's like hesitating. Up or down? 69. I don't want to get caught in a false breakout here. But I'm gonna go. If it looks good, I'll go for it anyways. Yeah, it's still struggling. 52. I don't want too many attempts here, so I'll wait. The resumption on the other stock again is gonna come 71, and then it's back down. So can we get a dip? Can we get a bigger dip? Struggling at 70. But again, holding high right there, 64. So we're gonna test 70 again. High of days at 83. So I want to load up, but you know, it's like if I load up mid 70s and then it's back down at 50, then you know, hello red day recap. So I think I'm gonna go light, and only if I really get a beautiful chance, I'll try to go with size. If not, we'll knock ourselves out, and it's not gonna be good. Are we soaking up here, or is it gonna pull back? What is it gonna be? All right. It's like somebody's buying. Again, I don't trust it though, you know, I'm still waiting. Well, up or down? Was it gonna be up or down? But it's like there's also so much resistance. What's that? Is it gonna go? What type of madness is this? Nah, I got 46. Okay. 40. It wasn't as defined, but okay. Maybe 40 might be the lows. If not, maybe Titanic. What's the resumption time? 53:47. So you got a couple of minutes, or less than a minute here for SGD. PBM still looking good, and again, maybe 40, you know, 25. It's breaking down. I'm going to miss the dip at 25, but it looks like it might be breaking down. Switching to SGD. We have about 10 seconds. To be read on PBM, man, is a crime for me. 197, here we go. Can we get a dip? And that was a disaster, but it's gonna work because I'm in high. It might dip again if it's a false halt watching. This time I'm gonna use a limit order, but looks like it'll get locked in. Man. Man, oh man. Okay, switching back to PBM. How's the 5-minute chart looking? Well, it looks pretty healthy actually. I wonder if it holds here. Maybe it does. It's also the pre-market high, right? Yeah, like 21. We had 18. Perhaps I can take a trade here if I get another chance. If not, maybe it's already getting ready to curl, but you know, no guarantees. It can still fail. Aggressive RT came out. Aggressive RT, man. Aggressive RT. It's like the days you decide to size up are always the days where the same entries you always taken goes to the depths. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate. It's bouncing here, which is good. So I'm not gonna get that chance for that retest of the lows, but it's all good. Would have loved like 20 to be in and just holding a little longer, but this dip looks like a good dip right on back into the pre-market high. The 5-minute selling, the 5-minute the red candle on 5-minute doesn't look bad with volume. Yeah, man. I would hope we can retest the highs over time. It might not be right away, but 5, 10, 15 minutes. Is it possible? And if that's the case, I gotta do something this time. Resumption will be at 9 and 15 seconds for the other stock, SGD. The low was what, 35? Kind of high. And the high right here is 44. So back over 50, it might accelerate a little more, but we'll see. KB. Do we have anything left in the tank here, KB? On PBM. 2 minutes to resumption. SGD. PBM, I need one last hurrah, PBM. Can you give me one last hurrah? If I don't get green on this, then it's on me. It's on me. But if I can get one last hurrah. I don't love this entry. It's kind of high, but it's like we might not dip. Can we go here over 44? Is it going to do it? We need to break 48 as well if it's going to be strong. Hidden seller 50. Time. 1 minute to that resumption. All right, we got through 50. Is it gonna go? That's like a pretty aggressive buy, but it's pushing up. Resumption 49.15. It's coming up a couple seconds. Opportunity might cost again. I might miss it. What's the high? It's 86, 83, 83. I'm gonna stick to this one. I'll miss the resumption, unfortunately. Come on, dip, dip, dip. 57. What's the high? 66. Okay, I'll get in the resumption 25. Halting down at 10. Resumption is no good. If we can get a proper pullback here, this could be good, but hopefully it don't go to the depths. I feel good. I feel great, man. I feel great. I feel good. I feel good mentally. Well, the stock talk to me nicely here. Could hold that longer. 62, yeah, 63, yeah, I could have held that a little longer. Doesn't seem like I made anything somehow, but okay. 70 resistance. Damn, man, come on. It's gonna try again, I think. That was an epic bounce. It needs to go this time, though. We need to get over 80 and hold above 80. KB, 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 KB. All right. Yes, sir, KB. Big boy size time. Oh, come on. We should have ripped through 4 right there. Every time I size up, it doesn't work. Why? What invisible force is holding me back here? But don't worry, I can't get unlucky forever. It's only a matter of time. If I continue to be disciplined and look for the right areas, it won't have a choice eventually. PBM, PBM, what's it gonna be? Maybe I'll wait. I'll wait. And even 90. I should have waited some more there. We're just churning shares at this point. Come on. Oh, we should be why is it not? It's like what short sellers? What's going on? And I'm losing money selling into the highs. Ay ay ay. It's gonna if it keeps up like this, it's gonna probably get halted up. But it's like the resistance is firm. The resistance is pretty firm. The halt up is only at 47, so if it breaks, there's not a lot of room. Looks like I'm gonna have to take this L, take this lesson. Hold what I got. Take the lesson and hold what I have. Okay. Again, it should be flying here. It's not. Try again. Squeeze, squeeze. It's not squeezing. And I'm just losing money selling into the highs. Let me size down. Buying mid 80s. Only a 1 cent gain. Trying mid 70s. Ay, ay, ay. Such a great day turned to a disaster. A magnificent start. Going down such a choppy road. APM. Well, I don't know. Really. SGD to the depths. All right, I think I'm green $300. Freaking heck, man. Scratch trade, brother. PBM still strong. We still haven't had the explosion that we know we can get yet. But will it happen? All those trades I was taking just now are like good trades. I'm just, somehow just losing against the spreads. The dips haven't been as defined as I would like, but sometimes that's how it is. Not as easy to read. Not that it's ever easy, but particularly tricky on this one. There's 89. Hmm. You gotta hold your head high and keep trading, brother. Small bid. Not quite the reaction I would want. Break a 4 again. 410 was the high, so like shorts are still in. And they can still get squeezed. Do not fail. Do not. It is fighting. It is fighting. These shorts, man. Come on, cover. Cover. They're hanging by a freaking paper towel right now. Why is my level 2 freezing every 2 seconds? Come on. It should go to 70, man. But I think we should get the move to 70 here. They're gonna be finished. If this fails, it's gonna be a monstrosity. And it still can, so we gotta manage risk. Keep the losses tight. They got lucky right there. Like, with that type of volume, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like 50. Uh-oh, 2, it's coming down. Time. There's 2 minutes left on a 5-minute candle. This stock is good. This is a good stock, but in some areas, I think it is a little bit better for people who hold longer. In some areas, we had a low 90s just now. Let's see how it does. Waiting patiently. Jeez. Yeah, that fluctuation you got to watch out for. SGD resumption. Where you want to be in and where you are in, two different stories. This is like a false breakout candle. It's not good. Struggling. It was a little 67. It could be a good 5-minute pullback, but it's definitely the short sellers are here for sure. It's like they pledged to themselves, they're not going to let what happened yesterday happen to them again here today. And maybe that's not even the case. It could just be big institution selling too. But for sure, we should have had an explosion there at like 420 that last time. But the 5-minute chart looks pretty solid, so I wouldn't be surprised if this gets bought up. So far, we got a low 67. SGD halted up again. Currently, we are green $300. After starting the day up 1600 in the first 2 minutes. Roller coaster day. But I chose aggression today, so it's all good. Everything is calculated and it's a part of the plan and well within our risk. That's the important thing. We had lows of 67. It's around 85, 95. The new 5-minute candle is still 3 minutes out. This is an aggressive red to green if you ask me here. No lingering or consolidation at that low 70, That's what I would have wanted to see to kind of get back in, but it's back up. Maybe it means business. Maybe it means business. So the low was 67. We pushed all the way to 417. What's a reasonable dip? I think if we do not retest the lows, I would actually like that right now. I mean, we've pulled up so much, we might as well not go back down there. So if it holds high, I think it looks pretty good. And we're still going to have a chance to get short sellers to cover because nobody in their right mind is going to keep adding over the highs. Not unless they want to blow up an account today. So I expect once we get back to 430, we should like insta halt up or something. There's no way this thing. I mean, well, I can't speak like that because nothing is guaranteed here. But if it goes up to 30 and rejects hard, it's just going to be very disappointing. And that very well might happen. And if it does, I'll be long and I'll be having a big loss. That's how it goes. So I'm already accepting the risk. The depths. Still holding. Still fighting. $89. It's a soft break, but it seems like it's coming down a bit. We do have a new 5-minute candle. Low there, 86. Needed to stick to my instinct. Save that trade for sub 90. People are taking shares. It looks good. It looks pretty healthy. It looks like it's brewing. If I can identify the breakout when it starts to happen well, I think we can do pretty good. But we'll have to see. To be determined. The other one is halting up at 27 again. Or 33 halt up. It actually looks pretty good, SGD. Hopefully, if it gets locked in here, I think I'll watch the next resumption. Can we get locked in 33 SGD? Can the stock get locked in? The halt is now 42. Big bid at 40. Watching SGD here with dips. The halt is still at 42. It's now 47 SGD. Come on, give us a nice sweet pullback. This is seller at 40. Why is my level 2 freezing, man? And we're hitting the halt down. The other one is retesting the lows. And of course, I'm not paying attention to it. Oh, why? Why? Opportunity costing. It might come down before it goes. I don't know for sure, but we'll see. I'm still leaning on the side of this stock being strong. So that was a great bounce right there. That trade in particular is the 5-minute setup, and I could try to hold that trade for 5 to 10 minutes, but you know, I'm taking the green this time. But it's working out nicely. There's $4. Maybe it keeps going, right? Who knows? Scalps are tricky. Holding a little longer for me in that trade is going to work out well. The 5-minute candle to make the new highs at 01. We shouldn't really go lower. Why is my level 2 freezing, man? What kind of nonsense is this? And I get this monstrous fill at 85. My level 2 continues to freeze. Do I have to use E-Trade? Oh my goodness. It's not even moving. I might have to restart my plot. I'm looking at the time and sales. Time and sales is still working. It seems like they're having trouble. I can use my E-Trade Pro level 2. Here, I'll pull it up. Let's see quickly. PBM. Okay, this will do the trick. I'll do it the old school way, brother. The old school way. You need redundancies, right? Backup. Calling in the cavalry. E-Trade sucks. Jeez. So it's, oh, there's a bit. It's so slow. Where am I in? 83? This is a good fill. 54,000 shares down there. I need to see the time and sales. Let's move this over like that. I don't see the order there. Can we hold? There's a seller 88, 10,000. SGD resumption and maybe might get halted up. 42 for SGD. Come on, SGD. Can we get locked in here? SGD is trying, but false halt. PBM, we need the 5-minute candle to make the new high. If not, this thing is just gonna, you know, maybe it's gonna cliff dive. Halting down. 221. SGD just a mess. Big buyers, big buyers. I really ought to take some more shares in those areas, but all good. All good in the neighborhood. Oh, oh, fuck, I have 500 shares. Bro, oh, that is so frustrating. What a day this has been, man. Are you kidding me? I thought I went back to, I literally just changed that back to 15. Apparently, I'm gonna fall asleep and touch it because that's ridiculous. All part of the game. All part of the game. Still gotta stay focused. Still gotta stay disciplined. The E-Trade Pro level 2 is decent, but it's like it takes a little longer to update. Don't worry. Don't worry 1 second. If we get this move over, through the highs, is it here? Where's it go? I'm missing the dip. It might break down, really. I mean, how many times do we need to come down here, right? We need to hold up and get the new high. We have yet to get the 5-minute candle to make a new high. It's been what, 20 minutes. We just have to break over 4 and hold above 4. And we're struggling miserably. All up. Level 2, having trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks down. But if it breaks down and it's a tight breakdown, it could be good. I'd size up on that for sure. Let's see what it does if it does come down. So far, it's still fighting. I'm watching this area here closely. Watching, watching, waiting. Waiting. We're 70. No, to the depth. Looks like it's going down for 6. 6 feet under. I need to see over 70. It should have did it already. Like what is this, man? Yeah. Is there shares? There's no shares. I think it's gonna go down. If it was gonna come up, we should have went up already. 50 next stop. That's my assumption. Could be very wrong, but we'll see. $55. It might flush down through 50 here. Like 40, 45 maybe, perhaps. 55. It's like us not getting the 5-minute candle to make the new high, man. Over 70, I'm still interested over 70. There's 50, 51, 49, 47. I'm surprised that's holding up there. Decisions, man. You gotta make the tough decisions as the boss. You gotta live by them. 44, 45. I could have had a nice sweet 3K day. Instead, here I am, a couple $100. Day trading, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do a rotation. AIMD, no good. APM. Looks interesting, but volume here is like non-existent. Size down, 1K size, APM. This is a nice consolidation, nice move, but SGD is a mess. Ocea, no good. MIRA, no good. Would have thought that this was the best move that it was going to give. You know, that's the thing with trading is that today's not yesterday. Today's not tomorrow. I kind of thought we would have had more. I mean, we did get more, right? I mean, we got more. I just wasn't able to capitalize on the second because we had. Let's say we had three inclines. Let's say one right here, two, and then this is the third one. Wasn't really able to do anything on the second. Didn't really get a lot done on the third either. In fact, I think we lost like 600-700 on the second, something like that. Green is good. We'll take it. We'll smile. This is the amount I'd make working at Amazon after doing 60 hours, 10-hour shifts, 6 days a week, sorting tens of thousands of packages. My shift would do 25,000, and then I'd stay into the overnight shift, which would do. Actually, it really would depend, but yeah, if I stay for the overnight shift, they would do like 120,000 packages. The morning shift about 60,000. In there just inbounding. On my shift, I'd lead the inbound. And then on the other shift, I just work as a normal guy. As the other leads come in. Get all the packages organized for the blue vans and or flex flex drivers. A lot of the flex drivers though would do at that time same day delivery. So if you have like Amazon Prime and you need the package like the next day or the same day, that was sometimes annoying because you'd always lose a package somewhere, some way, somehow. And in that in that warehouse, let's say that company really, they only care about the customer. The customer is their top priority. Safety and everything else like that, they throw out the window. The customer. For the customer. But you'd have some guys in there, like renegade guys, who would just like do some idiotic stuff, man. I saw this one guy. So there was some Xbox, right? There was like 6 Xbox, and they weren't for some reason in the brown box. You could see the label. Guy would just pick up the Xbox and just throw it in the air. Like by the time this Xbox gets to whoever it's going to, it's going to be damaged. I guess ultimately Amazon will have to cover the cost, but it's like, I have this thing where it's like it doesn't make sense to just waste for wasting's sake. Even if it could be replaced, it doesn't make sense. It's inefficient. Here comes the pastoring, the preaching, the Amazon story, the backstory, where it all begun. Oh man. I'm looking at, let's end this recording. Videos. $1,200 loss. Okay, cool. Resume. High 50. It got to 60. I tried to take 43 right here. Right there. 6,500 shares. The moment I'm in, 25. And this could have dropped to $3. It didn't have to be 25. It could have even dropped to 290. In which case I would have lost like 3 grand. But if we had the equal and opposite reaction, which would have been, the bounce from 40, but I guess this is me being a little too early, but I like the trade. I don't think I would have changed the trade. It's what I usually would go for. But if I had waited for whatever various reason, and I would have bought here instead, let's say I get the fill 29 on the ask, in at 29, there's 50. I'd be making 20 cents instead. I'd be adding 1,200 in the gains. It gets up to 60. I would have probably been buying back. Yeah, I definitely would have bought back. But I mean, it didn't do anything here though. 48, yeah. Using this many shares is a problem sometimes. You see, it's like as the stock is going up and getting filled, it's just some slippage at times. But that first entry though was like sweet, high liquidity area. Man, I hate to go back. I hate to give back profit so much, but this stuff isn't bothering me at all. But it's like, it's just wanting that slightly different outcome. But I'm not bothered by this at all. Not even slightly. Like on some real, on some real stuff. Like I'm all right. Yeah, I did go to college. I went to Rutgers University. Went to Rutgers University and then walked out the door, walked into Relentless Trading and Merciless Markets University. Transferred ASAP. I was telling Crispy yesterday that when it came time for me to leave, the responsible thing is to like go into the administration office and like kind of like, put in like a letter, see if you can preserve any sort of credits or anything like that. I just didn't even show up the next day. Once I made up my mind, I didn't show up the next day. I was like, what am I going into any administration office to do? Like, I know that I don't want to be here. I don't need to be here. It took me 3 months to make the decision though. I was there every day thinking about the risk and weighing the options. Being an accountant, because I was studying accounting on the intermediate level, or, you know, day trade in a simulator like a madman, like a crazy person. PBM back over 70, brother. Some wicked high fills, but okay. So, like I had a comment a few months ago of someone telling me, hey, you should stop trading or else you're going to lose your mind. So I responded and I said, man, I've lost my mind a long time ago. You got to be pretty daring to do something like that, right? And it's like with this like Caribbean background, Eddie, I mean, it goes so hard for like education, right? And you can imagine for all the various reasons. But ultimately, I was going to school, and I even chose accounting because at Rutgers, 97% of accountants graduating would get a job within the first 3 months. That's the only reason why I even chose that field. Did I like accounting? The answer is no. Did I? Or you can see, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I don't say I don't think I would say I hated it, but I was just doing it to just do its sake. Go to school, get a job. That's what I was doing. Just following the curb of just, should I do I want to take this? Yeah, so when I found out about trading, right? I got a sibling that came across a video, I believe, of Ross or of Tim Sykes. I want to say it's Ross. I don't know. It's one out of those two people. And then for us, it was like, could you really make 10 grand in a day? Right? The video was like, hey, plus 10K today. I was like, wait, we were like, could you really make 10 grand in a day? Is this real? And it's like, if you're not like a big doctor, big, lawyer, or have like some sort of brick and mortar business, can you really make 10 grand in a day just at home at a computer? So once we saw that, we started looking into to trading. Then, one thing led to another. All the big YouTubers, of course, watching their content. Watch some WT for technical stuff. Tim Sykes, psychology, humble trader psychology, beginner trader John. He has some great stuff there. He used to go short a lot more in the past. And, watching the VWAP. Shout out to John. John is a good guy, man. John's one of those guys I wouldn't mind meeting if I'm to be in his like area. But yeah, one thing led to another, and before you know it, I'm there, I'm in a simulator, I'm practicing, and then I'm in the class. I'm in school still at this time, and I'm in the seminars and I'm not even listening to these professors anymore. I just started watching trading videos all day throughout class. And then I started to realize like I was interested in it. And then it's like, man, why am I showing up to class? Like, like why am I showing up to class? That's what happened to me. It's like one of those things I couldn't really control in terms of just falling in love with trading. Now, I do not recommend anyone to leave school. For each their own. You have to you are your own boss. You have to do your own consulting. Everyone's situation is unique. But I was like, man, I'm gonna make this decision. And it was a high risk decision. Thankfully, I had support because, you know, I had support. I also did not have a ton of responsibility. This is not something a lot of people can do depending on their situations. So I stayed home and like for the next 3 months, 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day, just like I would if I was working at a job and going crazy. 10 hours a day of charts, technical analysis, articles on trading, not books per se, but articles and like YouTube content. Watching, 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 watching. Back then, Ross Cameron used to post the like the recaps and stuff like that. And I'm watching, it's like that guy is pretty good though, man. Like being in, like I remember a day in pre-market, the guy is in and it's up like $6 a share, and just hey, I'm adding here, I'm adding. It's like oh my gosh. Well, for me, I could never like do that type of like long hold, man. To the past store, for me, if I see 10 cents, I gotta take 10 cents. Like I can't leave that money there. Like it just doesn't feel right. It's hard for me to take the 5 minute setup actually, right? To just hold and know that I could be break even after being up 20, 30 cents. Come on, struggling. Oh, I might need to stop. I might be at the limits. Think I am. I probably should stop. Where are we at? $700? Yeah. We'll take this. We'll walk. No, is Ross the ball? I don't know. Maybe Tim Sykes. They say Tim Sykes is the guy. Like Tim Sykes is the original guy. And I think uh Ross Cameron might have learned from Tim Sykes. I think that's what it is. I don't know for sure, but I think that's just like you hear stuff here and there. I don't know. It's back at 82. If this thing holds above 70, I'm interested in it, but it needs to like work here. But anyhow, it's like yeah, that guy would have some crazy pre-market trades, man. I mean, that stuff is impressive. But I could never be in and holding a stock for a few dollars a share because naturally, if I'm in 10 cents, 20 cents up, I want that, right? I want to take that money. So that's how I started trading, like in the very beginning, like my brother coming across the video, us looking into trading, and from there it was just trial and error, screen recording. And so I'll tell people like the patterns that I'm trading is pretty universal. Like everybody know what a bull flag is if you're trading. But most of these people are like holding for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. You guys see what I'm doing here. I'm in and out in 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And I'm taking hundreds of trades while the other people are maybe taking 5 trades. That's a high fill. They're taking like 5 trades, 10 trades a day, 20 trades max. So that's how I ended up becoming a hyper scalper. Scalping can have a lot of different definitions on time frame. 5 minutes at a time, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. People can consider that scalping, but I'd say hyper scalping is taking a million trades in a day. And that's what the concept of this style is. It's like, hey, can I get 5 cents over and over, 10 cents, 3 cents? And ultimately, we find it a little easier to be able to tell where the stock is going to go over a couple seconds rather than a couple of minutes. Like in 3 minutes from now, I have no, like, yeah, the pattern is curling up and uptrending, but 3 minutes from now, I have no idea if this is going to be over 4 or back below 70. Like, if I buy here and say, okay, 3 minutes from now, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what 3 minutes from now will look like. But a couple seconds from now, based off of the indicators aligning, perhaps you can get a good entry and make 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. So while I never met these people in person or anything, like I met the guys over at Clover, and I believe they are all Tim Sykes students. Jack Kellogg, Kyle, the laptop legend. I mean, I'm not sure for 100%, but it sounds like it the way how they were talking. They would reference Tim Sykes in some parts of their speech. So and then they're going short, so it's pretty interesting. Going short in some area. I mean, they long too, but it seems like primarily like bigger shorts. Steven Ducks. I'm not sure if he was also learning from somebody else. Some people they do learn on their own, but for the most part, when you like if you start learning how to trade now, you'll probably see me on YouTube at some point. And maybe you check out one of my videos and it's like, oh yeah, the psychology aspect, or maybe you might even find this style more suitable for you. If you can afford the course, it definitely can potentially help speed up the learning curve. All the information is there, organized and direct. If not, maybe you just keep watching on the live stream, and whatever bits and pieces you can pick up, you pick up. The ultimate goal is for each of us to be able to be consistent, whether it's $50 a day or $500 a day. So shout out to all the traders out there and the people who are tuning in across the world. You got to give credit to the big guys. There's a lot of respect, but ultimately we're coming for them, right? Nobody's safe. We're hunting them down. Can we one day can we be the top trader on YouTube? The top community? Can we surpass the likes of Tim Sykes, Humble Trader, Ross Cameron, Steven Ducks? Can we surpass these people and leave them in the dust as they're getting old? It's not going to be easy. We have a ways to go, but I think it's possible. It's more than possible. There's some forex traders out there, but again, these people I don't really know personally. I don't know. I don't like to really speak on too many people because you really don't know. I don't know none of these people personally, so I don't know who they are. But from watching online, you kind of gain a sense of people. But even then, not everybody might be as transparent as I am. Relentless is the most transparent trader that there is. Yeah, PBM selling off. So if I bought and was looking for 3 minutes later, this is where I would be, in the depths. In the depths of despair. But that kind of influenced me to leave school, like finding out about trading and gaining an interest in it. I want to believe if I was an accountant, I would have been a great accountant, and I would have been looking for ways to be better same way. Like I more than likely would have probably started my own taxation firm or something. That would have made more sense than just going by a desk and sitting all day. I think I would have been doing that, and then it would have been a matter of just, gaining clients and building and growing from there. Getting a nice system and setting it up. But even then, like even that kind of work, man, like I don't know, like you sit and you think about what you would want to do for the rest of your life, like yeah, how many people, and this is another question, like how many people are really doing something that they love doing, or are 90% of people just doing something do something sake just for income? I think naturally, if 95% of people had the choice of doing nothing and like just indulging in the arts and crafts, I think that's what 95% of people would probably do. As in, let's say some sort of sci-fi situation where there's robots to take care of almost every single function, and it's like we're no longer needed to like, run the world, let's say, and you can just, have leisure. Most people probably would choose that. Are we lazy by design? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I would probably choose that myself, but I mean, you could get tired of just not doing anything, right? Even that is a problem, but yeah, how many people are really doing something that they love? I see, like, I have a lot of friends from high school, like, people doing certain things, and it's like knowing them and like being friends with them even still to this day. It's like, I just never would have expected that person to do that, but here they are doing it, you know. I still know them pretty well. That's kind of, they're doing something that, let's say, isn't necessarily suited, but they're just doing it anyways because it's like, hey, I gotta do it. Gotta pay the bills. SGD, I don't know about that, man. Think I'm done. Think I'm gonna take the green. It's been a good week. I got some, I don't like to think like this. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, we just gotta keep pushing forward. Next week should be pretty good. Next week we gotta aim for an ace. We gotta go 5 for 5. No pressure. If the market stays like this, it should be pretty smooth. We just have to come in and manage risk. I have a pretty good system, starting off slow, and then building a cushion into the strong stock, then sizing up. I think that's the most appropriate way to do it for myself because I don't love the swing early, like big red to then fighting back to green. I'd rather just, even if it means not maximizing, I'd rather do that. Start the day slow and then build and then try to end green. Today I tried a little, today I kind of deviated from the system is what I did. For those of you who might recall December 2022, December 2022 was a great month, but I was like going nuts. Like I was trying to swing size and like so after that month I realized, all right, I gotta just not go too crazy. But I thought today was an appropriate day to try it. The momentum to this point has been great. But it's the age old thing of when you first size up again, for whatever reason, there's an invisible force waiting on you to push you back down. But we shall rise. It's only a matter of time. And so, again, I'm gonna keep sizing in the areas where I have the highest probability of doing well. And even with this trade that we saw that, if things had worked out a little bit better, if that had kept flushing down to the level of 25, like with an instant flush, it would have been good money. We would have big banked right there, and we would have guaranteed like a 2.5K day guaranteed at that point. SGD. Curran up 7,800, waiting for SGD. Nicely done. Am I holding PBM? No, I'm all out. There's the resumption. Is it going to do anything? It might bounce there. Will we get a bounce? It's a little choppy. If I'm in at 02, I'd be back out. Let's see. Can we get a push? Can we get a push? Halt down is at 93. 10. Can we get a push over 10? 15. 16. 18. Okay, could have definitely made money back getting back in over 10 right there. SGD. SGD. The range seems to be a little limited right now, though. Could have made like 5 cents if I'm in like 09, selling it like 15. 5-6 cent trade. A lot of people do what they do because of money. I mean, even if we really think about this field here, like, if this field wasn't paying us anything, like, would we really be trading? That's an interesting question. We love the challenge of being able to get better. You know, it just so happened that we're rewarded in a monetary sense for doing it in this particular field. But if the money goes away and this just becomes a video game, you know, how many of us will keep trading every day and taking it this serious? The volume would probably die out almost. The volume would die out overnight, man. Trading would become a thing of the past. Tim, $6,500 days. No, I have an accountant. I do not do my own taxes. I still didn't go yet. I have to go. The deadline is the 15th of next month. Pastor. All of Clover are psych students. Yeah, it seemed that way during the conference. Steven learned a few things with Tim. Okay, I think I'm out of here. So for those of you going till 4 p.m., man, if you're going to 4, stay dialed in, stay locked in, stay patient. Keep looking for those beautiful opportunities that you know and love. SGD is still trying, but at this point, I think it's I think if I stay, I'm overdoing it. I think, you know, the day is a great day. We sized up, you know, you guys saw how everything played out. You know, ultimately, we're happy with where we are. I think I'm going to take the $700, small green, shut it down, come back another time. SGD, I don't know, man. Like, volume here is going down. The stock itself is going up. Maybe it surprises us. I mean, on the 5 minute, it's is it Hive Day? I mean, it looks like Hive Day on the 5 minute actually. No, it's not. Never mind. Have to refresh the volume. We had 5.1 earlier. Looking at the 5 minute, okay, the volume isn't terrible, but I'm not gonna overdo it, man. I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy the weekend. Got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do this weekend. You know, part of owning a business is that you don't really have the luxury. You don't have the luxury of like coming home and like there not being anything to do. The best feeling and the best thing to compare it to is when you're in school and you have homework. It's like your mind is never at ease until it's done. And then when that assignment is done, there's another assignment waiting on you with a smile. So we have to get to it. I had a good mentor session yesterday. I think there might be a few more coming up. I think there might be 2 more coming up. Those should be pretty good. The mentor sessions I love because ultimately, as a student is learning, it's also like a study session for myself. So, it's a good refresher to always go back over the charts and stuff like that with someone else, right? But anyhows, stay safe, stay green, enjoy the weekend. Check out those links down below. It's been Relentless Trader, your favorite YouTuber here. I'll catch you guys in the recap. And then again, later or tomorrow for the monthly recap, right? The monthly recap we didn't get a chance to do. I wanted to do it on Wednesday, but didn't get the time. But over this weekend, it'll be out. I did post the numbers, right? We did $72,000 for the month of February. Pretty solid month. We're looking forward to improving. It was a good month, but I think we can do better next time we get some sweet momentum like that, and maybe even this month if we're to get something good. I mean, it only really takes 2 or 3 days. If we get 2 or 3 days of like really good stuff, yeah, we can beat last month in just that time frame alone. But it depends on what the momentum is. I mean, the market also has a say. So I'm never gonna look forward to, setting anything aggressive. If the market slows down tomorrow for the next year and we have to grind on small days, then that's what it is. So whatever the market allows, we'll be as disciplined and as sharp as we can, and we'll look forward to the opportunities. So catch you guys next time. Stay safe, stay green. Deuces.